Thank you for being with me, Brisa Hennessy. As a lot of you know, Brisa is a professional surfer. We had the opportunity to meet her a couple of years ago when we brought Hyperbaric Oxygen Therapy to the North Shore for the World Surf Competition. Brisa, thank you so much for taking the time to share your story with Hyperbarics.
Thank you for having me, Melissa. Hyperbarics is insane, and I can't wait to share my experience.
As a professional athlete, I know you have access to a ton of different modalities. I know that you're a very healthy person, and you tend to lean on natural therapies. You eat really clean, you move your body, you're very in tune. And it was so incredible when we first met you and we got to give you access to the hyperbaric oxygen therapy. I could tell pretty much, I think after your first or second session, that you noticed a change. So if I can take you back to that time, I wonder if you remember kind of what you were feeling or experiencing before you went in the chamber. And it may have just been, for your surfing during the competition. But if you can think about like what things were going on in your body before hyperbarics and then what you experienced in the chamber.
The reason that we got connected with you is because I think I was struggling hormonally, and as well as I hadn't had my cycle in probably 2.5 years. And so, we tried the hyperbaric, and no joke, I think it was either the first session or the second session, I got my period back, which was like mind-blowing to me, all natural. And I think from that moment on, I felt like my body was healing itself again. Mm-hmm. It was really like listening, and also just working, like the systems were working. I mean, obviously really don't know my vocabulary on that part, but I felt like it was undergoing all the healing things that it needed to go through.
Oxygen is essentially just it's like a nutrient that our body needs. And exactly as you're saying, when we give the body more of it, the body can do what it's naturally trying to do. So you definitely experience like a balancing of your hormones, which is one of the main things that people notice. What was it like for you during competition to be able to go into a chamber where you had that hour, no phone, nobody around you, just that time for yourself?
Yeah, I also felt like it was the greatest time to meditate, to breathe, to really reflect. And I don't know, you just felt rejuvenated, I think, every time you left the chamber. Like it was this moment of clarity and kind of motivation and rejuvenation like I've never felt before. Like I left and felt like I was recovered and ready for, my next wave or my next beating, and knowing that I was lucky enough to come back and go into the chamber again to just do it all over again. But it was definitely a very big sense of rejuvenation and recovery.
Amazing. And I know you got to use it a lot last year in the competition. How did you do? How was your surf season last year?
I did, and my surf season started pretty good thanks to the hyperbarics.
Well, no, thanks to you, but just as a piece of your training puzzle. I mean, that's all you. But do you feel like it made an impact for your recovery?
Definitely. I think, breathing and holding our breath is actually something that is huge, I think, for surfers. Like the North Shore is very intense. It's really big waves. It's very powerful. And I think having all the little tools that make you feel 100% to go tackle certain conditions is crucial. And I felt like it just gave me that motivation to know that I can put myself in those uncomfortable situations and know that my body is healing and recovered, and knowing that oxygen is flowing, that I'm going to be okay if I'm put in certain situations.
Absolutely. And that's got to be so mentally helpful for competing.
Definitely. Yeah.
Amazing. Last question. What would you tell anyone, professional athlete or regular person who's maybe contemplating trying hyperbarics or perhaps hesitant to? How would you describe your experience and how it can help other people?
Yeah, I think there's no question that it could heal anyone. I think it's literally meant for every person. I think being on this journey of learning more about breathing and the healing effects of oxygen it's a no-brainer. I mean, we need oxygen to survive, and I feel like we don't get enough day to day at all. And I think it's just a perfect recovery program for anyone that wants to begin healing and being kind and more gentle to their body.
Love it. Absolutely love it. I would agree. It's like so passive and gentle. Well, thank you so much for sharing your experience. We'll wish you the best of luck this year.
Thank you, Melissa.